Sir Alex Ferguson likes a flutter. He admits he gambled in Eindhoven. He can only really recover his losses with a win tonight. The stakes are just a little bit higher now for Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson, 2 months into the season and only 2 absentees from his squad, Stam and Blomqvist, who hasn't played since the final in Barcelona. It's a good situation to be in. When you compare it to David O'Leary's woes in Istanbul, and Leeds are here on Saturday. Headed by Sylvester down as far as Van der Doelen.
I think you'll find that with PSV. I think you'll find that United, with the absence of Stam, have tried to push up very high, and I think you'll find that PSV will try and hit a lot of diagonals or a lot of through balls and hope the strikers will sort of play on defenders' shoulders.
Giggs slipped through to Cole. Oh, he stepped out of trouble cleverly there, Andy Cole. The shot was wild.
Yeah, good smooth ball in from Giggs. Good first touch, actually. And it's got a little bit of a tug there, but it's a wild shot.
Manchester United believe that the key to progress through the labyrinth of league stages is winning their home games. They won 5 out of 6 en route to the quarter-finals last season. Nobody has beaten them here in a group game for 4 years, and they still have Kiev to come to Old Trafford in 3 weeks' time, of course. Loose pass under pressure has found only Giggs. Skipping past one, skipping between 2 more, and eventually forcing a corner kick off Yuri Nikiforov.
Yeah, that's a threat they haven't seen before. The left-sided lad who seems to save his best performances for this competition.
Beckham and Giggs combined. They played only the last 20 minutes in Eindhoven. Beckham's cross towards Sheringham. Well, he's just full of goals at the moment, always full of craft, always full of ideas, but he is Manchester United's leading scorer at the moment.
And I think I've got a feeling he probably feel he should have scored here. Cleverly worked kick. That's the sort of chance Sheringham puts away quite often. It's a good delivery, fast whip on it. He's ahead of the defender. He keeps it down, he scores.
Worth remembering they were ahead by now in Eindhoven, not only ahead through Scholes' early penalty, but they'd missed their best chance of the night through Dwight Yorke. That came in the 5th minute. If it had been 2-0 then, well, it's spilt milk. Sheringham into Giggs. Lovely control from Giggs. Terrific tackle by Hofland. Sheringham strikes it. Blocked by the fullback Van der Veerden, and eventually Van der Doelen managed to get to Sheringham too. It's only a corner.
Some great last-ditch challenging, but once again you feel that United probably should have made better of that situation.
Beckham's corner. Sheringham! Can't stop scoring. An early lead again for Manchester United. Teddy Sheringham, 2 goals at Leicester on Saturday, has given them the lead tonight.
Look how he's lost his marker. His marker Van der Veerden nowhere. And you cannot leave a man of his ability. That is for him an absolute easy chance. And he's taken it expertly, but his movement is the thing that's got him the goal. He's made a movement off the back of the number 13, the Van der Veerden, and then appeared in front of him and tucked it away very comfortably.
Scholes. Giggs. That's beautifully steered in towards Cole, who was wrestled to the ground by Hofland. It will be a free kick. It may well be a yellow card for the young defender. It is.
Yeah, it's a brilliant spin round the corner from Giggs. And look at that, he stays strong. I felt a bit sorry for Hofland there. Definite foul. But I think Cole had got that close to him and had spun that sharp on him. But all as a result of a brilliant piece of work by Giggs.
There is an argument for saying he was the last defender and denied Andy Cole a clear scoring opportunity there, but yellow card it is, and maybe there is a clear scoring opportunity still with Beckham and Giggs standing over the ball. It is Beckham, punched away by Bartolus, hit by Scholes! There was a flag up as it happens.
2 great efforts, so that's probably the best one we've seen from Beckham for a long, long time. And Paul Scholes is followed. I thought for a minute, you know, he might have tried to bend it around the other side of the wall and gone for the keeper's left hand. But that's a very good volley from Scholes' edge of the box. You saw there, though, what a view the keeper has when he does reverse it over the wall.
There's a sharpness about Manchester United's midfield tonight, almost as they knew what to expect from the tough tackling Eindhoven team, and they're matching them bruise for bruise. Here's Beckham. Cole. Oh, it's clever footwork. Sheringham trying to help it on. He was tumbled there by Nicky Forov. And here's a free kick, almost a replica of the one a moment ago, although this is even more central.
Yeah, I mean, they're so bright with the footwork, the United lads, at the moment, that they're throwing challenges in left, right and centre and getting very close to people, and hence second free kick in a matter of minutes in a very dangerous position.
Dennis Owen had a couple of opportunities at the weekend because Beckham wasn't on the field, but here he goes, and deflected away this time. It is a corner. It was Beckham to Sheringham last time. This time it's Beckham to Johnson, who heads it back to Beckham. Quite sure that's what they plan on the training ground. Here's Sheringham. Oh, it might come here for Johnson. And somehow Barterou's kept it out at the expense of another corner. You know, it was a complete miscue, wasn't it?
You know, Clive, his control and composure when this one comes through. Sheringham does well here, little dummy. Now that is brilliant. That's as good as anybody in the world. His first touch. His second touch was awful.
So the black armband that the Manchester United manager is sporting tonight as a mark of respect for the late Donald Dewar, whose funeral it was in Glasgow today. Heinze to Ramsey. Now Cashman. Fogel. They are being kept to long-range efforts in the main.
Yeah, they're holding the edge of the box very well, United. Once or twice I've seen them when I didn't think they were quite as good as they would like to be at squeezing out, but tonight they've done it excellent. They haven't given too much depth at the back of the defence when Eindhoven have had good possession, and they've made sure that any shots by and large Eindhoven have been from a hell of a distance.
Beckham. Oh, I can't do that. Now, the skill from Beckham was fabulous. He's got his free kick. Manchester United getting a bit hot under the collar here.
I think he should take this as a compliment. I don't think Van Bommel had a clue where he was. That's why he put him down.
Only a yellow card, incidentally, for Van Bommel.
Might be a better range for him as well, this, if he's going to take it. Although, you never write gigs up from this side, do you?
I think Beckham does.
Aye.
It is really a Giggs' side, but...
You just wonder if Giggs was the dart down that he's going now.
It's Beckham.
Now that's not his Sunday best by a distance. I'm just saying, I just wonder sometimes whether Beckham, everybody now knows that he's going to have a pop when he's in those shooting areas, whether he could just be a little bit cute and pull something different.
His manager set him a goal target of 15 for the season. He's got to keep taking them. Sheringham put a defender under pressure there. This is Giggs trying to benefit. Here's Keane, might still come for Roy Keane, setting up Teddy Sheringham, and it loops and just over. It will be a corner, but it was Teddy Sheringham who made that happen by pressurising a defender, making him give the ball away, and he almost benefited.
Look how he gets on his bike there, Giggs. Good ball in. I thought for all the world now, this is going to be a goal. You know, I thought any one of them, first of all Keane, then Scholes, then Sheringham.
Beckham will take the corner. Towards Sylvester, turned away by Van der Veerden. Irwin calmly into the path of Giggs. Wrong foot's Van der Doelen. Giggs is crossed towards Sheringham, almost came for Andy Cole. It is a goal kick.
Giggs is knighted. Sheringham, as we've said, playing excellent, taking a good goal. But every time Giggs gets the ball, you sense fear in the Eindhoven defence.
Oh, on that one. Giggs. Sylvester is on his shoulder. Not trusting his fullback with the ball this time. He's going to go in alone. Wonderful run by Giggs, away by the goalkeeper. And Teddy Sheringham, well, he has stopped scoring.
I tell you what, he's been tremendous. Those two have been tremendous. I've said all that. He's missed another great chance there by his own standards, Sheringham. What a great run this, by the way, Giggs. And you have to say Sheringham probably should have had a hat-trick now. I mean, that's a strong... You can't afford to touch him in the box. Keeper's parried it. And Teddy, I was shouting goal. I'd looked away to the kickoff.
Well, just as 3 weeks ago, Manchester United scored an early goal, but no Eindhoven comeback as yet tonight. Teddy Sheringham it was who got Manchester United on their way, but thanks to a hungry, harassing Manchester United midfield, they've been able to keep the pressure on for all but a rather loose 5-minute spell around about the half-hour mark, and they deserve their half-time lead. But at break here at Old Trafford, it's Manchester United 1, PSV Eindhoven 0. Eindhoven have enjoyed their last two visits to England, a 2-0 win at Newcastle in the Champions League 3 years ago. Goal scorers Luc Nilis and Gilles de Bilde, and a 5-3 UEFA Cup victory at Leeds in 95. Luc Nilis got a couple that night too. I was actually looking at a list of their leading goal scorers season by season over the last 15 years. Nilis 3 times, Van Nistelrooy twice, Ronaldo, Romario 4 times, Ruud Gullit twice. And you think it was the club of Stam and Cocu and Zenden and Yorke, and before them Koeman and the Van der Kerkhoff twins. Their all-time 11 would be a match for most. Put Bobby Robson in charge. Their last defeat in England was here against Rons United in 1984. Needed a penalty in extra time that night, didn't you?
Yeah, Gordon Strachan. Just thinking there, they still had the playing left back, the number 5 Heinz, that played in that game. He's weathered well.
There is the PSV coach. You may have heard me run through that list of all-time greats that have passed through PSV's team in recent years, but in a poll of their supporters last year, they voted the best PSV player of all time as Eric Gerrits. Johnson managing to fend off Van der Deulen. Well, they had a major rugby league occasion here on Saturday night. Maybe Ronnie Johnson was watching. It was a good handoff, that. Van der Deulen has been penalised. Johnson is forward. Beckham in towards Johnson. Quite get enough on it. It just brushed the top of his head, but he was free of his marker.
You get the impression sometimes, that's about the 3rd occasion, Teddy Sheringham's had a couple in the air like that, where they probably don't realise quite how much they've lost the markers by.
Another fabulous free kick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good danger area. Probably just is overstretching a little bit on that one.
All those thumping Barthez clearances towards Andy Cole. He's trying to glance it down into Sheringham's path. Beckham has pickpocketed Heitzer. Irwin has made the run beyond him. Free waiting for a cross from Dennis Irwin. Charged off the ball by Adil Ramsey at the expense of Manchester United. Free kick. Levered Dennis Irwin to the ground. Silvestre has joined Johnson in the middle. It's Beckham. It's Johnson against the crossbar. Roy Keane trying to turn it back to Scholes. Cleared in the end by Van der Veerden. It was Ronnie Johnson who was denied by the woodwork.
Well, it's like shadow football whenever there's a free kick. There's never ever a blue defender clearing it, and that's been the first defensive clearance, and that's come off the crossbar. I mean, he'll wonder how that stayed out. Beating his marker easily to the ball. Got a full head on it, rocketed in, and still there's only 1 goal between the teams.
And Alec Ferguson doesn't need to pass anyone else's tests or answer anyone else's criticisms. He's hard enough on himself, but he knows better than anybody that the selection he made in Eindhoven left United a little vulnerable. Van Bommel. Here's the newcomer, De Jong. Fogel, Young trying to let it go. He's got another chance now. Some space for Kolka. Taking on Irwin. Kolka's cross. Sylvester's header into a danger area. It's Van Bommel. Eindhoven equalise with 15 minutes left to play. Goal by Mark Van Bommel. And it has been coming. They've had more and more of the ball. And Eric Gerrard's team have eventually found a cutting edge following a poor header by Mikel Sylvestre.
Yeah, Kolka digs this one out. That's the best cross they put into the game, but there's no excuse. A terrific finish, side foot finishing, not easy to control, but Sylvestre's defensive header is woeful. When in doubt, you took it away from goal or even stick it out for a corner. Don't put it back in the danger zone. But that's a super finish.
Well, Mark Van Bommel, who scored the second for Eric Gerrard's team 3 weeks ago, has got their equaliser tonight. Here goes Cashman. Cross comes Johnson.
That's a silly foul, that is. I always put him down, Ronnie Johnson, as a very cool customer, but that was petulant.
Now he's berating the assistant referee. Manchester United, as a result of this rather wild charge with the shoulder.
But it's in keeping with maybe the last 15 minutes. They've been sloppy, untidy. It's like almost as if it's a totally different team. I'm not having to rehearse that one, if anything could have come with that.
Giggs. Plenty to his right, Ryan Giggs. Keeps his head down and runs at the defenders. They've got men over on the far side. Heinz is the only defender. Back as far as Keane. But that is as dangerous as Manchester United have been for quite a while.
And it made, listen to the fans again, all of a sudden it's given them a lift. I mean, we've seen another first-class example of poor defensive heading here. Dangerous ball, we've got a few problems there, but we've seen Keane knock those in before.
Sylvestre. It's a teasing ball towards Dwight Yorke. Into Andy Cole, let it run. Paul Scholes! Always a chance when you've got world-class players. Scholes has got the late goal, which should mean victory for Manchester United.
Big, deep ball from Sylvestre. Keeps it in the danger zone quite well. A good little step over there, and that's a great finish. And it's one of the few occasions when Scholes has been in the attacking half in the second period. But Yorke does well just to keep it in the zone. Nice little step over there. Good first touch, brilliant second touch.
And one name he didn't mention there in the build-up to that goal, Mikel Sylvestre's long raking ball for the left-hand side, certainly gave Eindhoven a problem. And they've got a big problem now. They were on terms for just 7 minutes. Scholes, Keane.
You know, I wonder how much the goal. Oh, we've got another chance from midfield.
Keane.
Oh, I just wonder how much the goal had urged Paul Scholes to run on, because Paul Scholes did similar to what he did for a long period against Germany for England, where I thought he sat more like the playmaker.
Yeah, and in Finland, he had two reasonably quiet games for England last week. Fogel to Cashman. Fogel. Trying to lift it towards Van Bommel. The header by Johnson was only as far as Lucius. Scholes to Giggs. It was all happening to his right. It's Dwight Yorke with a chance to bury Eindhoven here. Yorke, yes! Game, sets and match. Dwight Yorke's first goal of the season, would you believe? And it guarantees that Manchester United will lead their group in the Champions League tonight. And that has not been guaranteed all night by any means.
Yeah, but this is quality quality United player. Good fizz pass in from Scholes. Great little dink off by Giggs, and a super finish by Yorke. Thought halfway through his run, you know, Cole is running up square with him. I thought, is he going to tease the keeper in and try and face him up? No, needs a goal. Once a goal's got to go.
Well, he hasn't been a regular this season. It is only his 10th appearance, and several of those have been for the bench. But he is, as you know better than anybody, Ron, such a confidence player. That will mean the world to him. Vogel into De Jong. Cashman out on the left-hand side. Here's a corner kick. Over 66,000 inside Old Trafford, incidentally, tonight. And how the money's worth again. There's been a sense of uncertainty about the game. There have been some wonderful moments of skill to enjoy.
First half hour's as good as we've seen United in Europe for a long, long time. Brilliant.
Corner by Cashman. Dealt with by Keane. This is Van Bommel. Shot in the end from Hoffland. 3-1. Doesn't actually tell the whole story. They needed 2 goals in the last 8 minutes. The crucial one from Paul Scholes to give Manchester United the victory that Sir Alex Ferguson knew they needed tonight, avenging the 3-1 defeat that they suffered in Eindhoven 3 weeks ago, justifying to a degree his selection policy over that period. It is Manchester United and Alex Ferguson, and not PSV Eindhoven and Eric Gerrits, who topped the group tonight, thanks to that final scoreline. Manchester United 3, PSV Eindhoven 1.